The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico Bikabia Mapuni, Chineke, and son of the winner we sell, and you know, I was a handsome and I jam away and I get Pharisee, Obanana, all the amenities and then saw but you know what? I would like you to know that someone is because no, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you. So you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. El-Rufai brought them in. All the same government brought them in. Are you deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria. Go and show. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary? Where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? The people from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Zone, you come to Ohaji, you come to Ebema, you come to Agule, you come to Ebo, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building a way to Niger, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for your Nigeria. One Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, we take our oil, we take our gas, we take our manpower, we take everything, our VAT, our tax, everything. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger. Airport, refinery. You take oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak to you, they gave them money so that they will come out. Pages of the newspapers to give the world giving the impression that everything is okay. When things happen, go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is one. You must stay in it. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, you say Nigeria is not working. You are marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You are suffering. They are killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I mean, Democrats have subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Biafra wrote to President Biden. In it, Biafra said, come and help us fight terrorism in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not people. When I say it, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of them are people. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where our umbilical cord, our long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou. Prayer of David from the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue. Because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands. If I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord. You will vindicate IPOB. You will vindicate your children of Biafra according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked. Bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land. Bring an end to their abductions. Bring an end to their kidnappings. Bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent. Bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam. Bring to an end their mediocrity. Bring to an end their senseless feudal rule. Bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, O Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God and you are not upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword. You will bend and string your bow. You will prepare your deadly weapons. You will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men.
Back to the message of our leader, where our leader give criteria of those who will make up the 100 men to get Biafra. And then after that, I'm going to go straight to the story from Biafra land. Let us go there.
Ask it. Like from one of your previous broadcasts, you said that you need about 100 men from Biafra land.
Yes.
To join you in this story.
Yes.
So I've been wondering within myself since then, trying to know what kind of men are these men that you need.
The type of men we need are those who are pure at heart, loving Biafra with all their being, willing to sacrifice anything sacrificable for the restoration and the sustenance of Biafra. People who will gladly do anything, I say anything, to ensure that Biafra is restored. And I have a shocking news for you. In all the years that we have been agitating for the freedom of our people, I have not found up to 15 people who are the way that we are, who are willing to sacrifice everything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra is restored, without enmity, without rancor, without greed, without jealousy, without any personal interest. We have been fighting for years. I'm telling you, in all my life, I have not come across up to 15 people that will do anything for Biafra. Never have not. And Chukwukika said, until there are 100 of you, nothing will happen. I need minimum 100 of you that can dedicate and give anything for Biafra, and then you see Biafra come. Then we are pushing for that and praying for that. And this year, we are going to make very serious inroads that I can assure you. So if you are one of those who are prepared, I want you to, the analogy, the simplest analogy is like the disciples that followed Yeshua in the New Testament. Yeshua said to them, you must abandon everything. Everything, even those of you who are fishers of men, you must abandon everything you're doing and come and follow this very ministry. Come and join this very gospel. That is the mindset our people will need to have. It doesn't matter how poor you are, how wealthy you are. You must be prepared. I'm not asking you in the physical to abandon everything you're doing, but in the spirit, your mindset has to be such that you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life and to sacrifice anything, sacrifice therefore, to get Biafra. Those are the people we are looking for. That is the 100 we're talking about. So there are some people who serve IPOB in various capacities. We have officers, both junior and senior. That doesn't mean they meet this criteria. This criteria is meant for the, I don't know, let me not say it live, okay. But when the time comes, you know. And thank you very much for your question. I welcome it and I love it. Thank you very, very much. If you have called us before,
This criteria is the reason all the people, the criminals in the DOS must go for Biafra to come. Our leader have suffered, have endured, and suffered so much until now.
We'll get to the area of my bazookas. Now it's time to fire a few bazookas at you. You've been seen by many as waging a war against your country, Nigeria, by seeking a Biafra nation. What led to your decision?
First of all, Nigeria is not my country. I was born a Biafran. My birth certificate reads Biafra, and no one has ever changed that. The fact that I was at some point or the other in possession of a Nigerian passport does not actually confer upon me their citizenship. I saw the Nigerian passport as a mere travel document because my birth certificate issued at the time of my birth reads Biafra. Nobody of a sane mind will condone or accept what is happening in Nigeria. I believe that genuine attempts have been made in the past to try to remedy the wreck that Nigeria is today, but there was a palpable unwillingness on the part of the powers that be to do something about it. I detest suffering and pain. I hate to see people suffer. I hate to see people in pain. The only thing that propels me, the only thing that drives me towards this very agitation is not born out of hatred for anybody, but a desire to test freedom in our time. Nigeria was not constructed by a Yoruba man. If it were, I would have perhaps accepted. Nigeria was not created by a Fulani man. If that was the case, who knows, I may accept. Nigeria was not created by a Hausa man either. It wasn't created by a Nupe man. It wasn't created by a Gwari man, never created by a Jukun man. Nigeria was not created by an Ijo man, not created by an Ibibio man. Nigeria was created by a white man and named by a white woman. The name Nigeria means awful, bad, evil. It means nigger, which is a swear word, is a slur in America. If a white person calls a black person nigger, they might end up in jail. Then why should I answer a name that is abhorrent before God and before man? Nobody came from all these ethnic groups. They never got together to say, from today on, should be Nigeria. A white man determined that. I cannot go to England and say to English people, I want to rename Liverpool. I want to give it another name. I'm sure they'll think I'm mentally, unstable and put me in jail. Now, the problem is this. Why should Africans accept the name Nigeria? It doesn't mean anything in Yoruba language, doesn't mean anything in Hausa language, doesn't mean anything in Igbo language, but yet we are Africans. So I see it as a relic, or should I say a vestige of racism. I see Nigeria as an abomination, not just before God, but before man as well. Those with common sense, that is the reason why I like Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara changed the name from Upper Volta, that had no meaning, to Burkina Faso. Now, I wonder why educated, very savvy and enlightened Nigerians cannot see it. You have half of Yoruba land in Benin Republic. Some are in Togo. For over 20 years, I have been a very vocal advocate of a Yoruba nation that will also encompass the Yorubas in Benin Republic and those in Togo, because they are Yoruba people. Wouldn't that be very wonderful? Why should white people come from Europe and decide that some Yorubas should be Togolese, some should be from Benin Republic, and some should be from Nigeria? You're a Yoruba man. What do you have in common with a Kanuri man? Absolutely nothing. But I can tell you, you have something in common with a Yoruba man in Togo. You have something in common with a Yoruba man in Benin Republic. Why should you see a Kanuri man as your fellow citizen in Nigeria and not a Yoruba man who lives just a stone throw from Badagry. So these are the anomalies that Africans need to sit down to address. That is why we have arrested development. That is why nothing seems to be working. Because the convergence of these diverse value systems from the core area north, from the west and from the east is making it impossible for Nigeria to function as a viable state. And that is a recognition that we must at this very point in time be able to address as educated people. Not that I hate Nigeria. I hate the name. I despise it with a passion. If you allow me, I wouldn't exist tomorrow morning. Anybody who answers or addresses him or herself as a Nigerian is a product of neocolonialism, not something that I am prepared to accept, because Nigeria never existed until Flora Shaw gave her that name, Nigeria. Before that, you had Oduduwa. Before that, you had Biafra. Before that, you had Kremlin Empire, and all these wonderful and weird civilizations. Now, a white man cannot come from Europe and then create an identity for me. Only God in heaven can do that. And I can give an identity to my dog. The only thing you can name are your children and your pets. They are not our fathers. They are Caucasians. We are Black Africans. They have no right being in Africa and giving us names. And that I will never, ever accept.
Did you say Biafra will come in 2023? Biafra has been restored already. What is remaining is a complete declaration that will be defended. And before that happens, there are many things that we need to put in place. I want you to recount the achievement of the Biafra Republic government in exile under the leadership of Simon Ekpa, what we have achieved in 2023, and ask yourself that question again, and you will look very stupid. We have been able to form government in exile in 2023. In 2023, we have formed the de facto government. In 2023, we have launched Biafra Liberation Army. In 2023, we launched Biafra Navy. We launched Biafra Air Force. We launched the forces of Biafra. In 2023, we adopted Helsinki Declaration, which is the constitution of Biafra. In 2023, we had a convention in Finland where Biafra people gathered from all over the world as delegates to vote on the Biafra Charter, which is a living document subjected to amendment. In 2023, we have created 40 states of Biafra. And believe me, many more states will come because we are not done yet. In 2023, not only that we created state, we also brought a redesigned and a redrawn Biafra map to reflect the current situation and the current demography of Biafra. In 2023, we started engaging officially Nigeria state in a guerrilla warfare on self-defense. In 2023, we officially and publicly engaged Nigeria Terrorist Army, and we are neutralizing them on a daily basis. It has never happened before in the history of Biafra after the war. In 2023, we publicly and openly made sure that Nigeria doesn't kill again in Biafra land and go free. So, if you look at those things I've mentioned and those ones I have not even mentioned, are you still going to challenge Simon Ekpa that Biafra has not been restored in 2023? Biafra declaration is not about mouth pronouncement. It's about putting every structure in place. It's about putting every mechanism and measure in place to shaping the map and the structure of Biafra. In 2023, we have Nigeria Terrorist Army, and we are neutralizing them on a daily basis. It has never happened before in the history of Biafra after the war. In 2023, we publicly and openly made sure that Nigeria doesn't kill again in Biafra land and go free. So, if you look at those things I've mentioned and those ones I have not even mentioned, are you still going to challenge Simon Ekpa that Biafra has not been restored in 2023? Biafra declaration is not about mouth pronouncement. It's about putting every structure in place. It's about putting every mechanism and measures in place to shaping the map and the structure of Biafra. In 2023, we have designed the economic viability of Biafra. In 2023, we have kicked off the Biafra Urban Development Project. In 2023, we've made a lot of impact
globally. In 2023, the Biafra awareness gained the highest momentum in the history of Biafra since after the war. In 2023, we made the Nigeria terrorist army to cry on the floor of National Assembly. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria. In 2023, those who are serving as the agent of Nigeria, benefiting from the corrupt entity called Nigeria, openly called for persecution, execution, and the kidnapping and arresting of Simon Ekpa, because they know that this is a different thing from what they have seen in their entire lives. In 2023, they call for the arrest of Simon Ekpa and call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Confusion. In 2023, after they have used many years to plan the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have come to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a saint. He's a very gentle man. He's a nice person. But just 2 years ago, they kidnapped this nice person from Kenya. 2 years ago, they tortured him for 8 days. 2 years ago, he was an evil man. 2 years ago, they called him terrorist. 2 years ago, he was everything evil to them. 2 years ago, they spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. They kidnapped him and put him into a private jet from Kenya to Nigeria. 2 years ago, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was everything evil to Nigeria, including to Ohaneze Ndi Igbo and all of them. 2 years ago, he was the only problem of Nigeria. 2 years ago, he was the only person that constituted all manner of insecurity in Nigeria. He was the one who is more deadlier than Boko Haram. He was everything that Nigeria don't want to see. Today, as Simon Ekpa take the Biafra liberation to the next level, the same people are now calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the most sensible person. These are hypocrites. These are devilish people. These are criminals that only thing they want to do is to give dog a bad name in order to kill it. They have given that name to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They themselves were the one who condemned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same people today, they have seen that, yes, indeed, someone actually followed this footstep of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and ready to drag all of them to Biafra land. So that when we get to Biafra land, we will treat their fuck up very well. Today, the same people who gave the bad name to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in order to be kidnapped, they slandered his name, blackmailed him to other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. All of them today has come to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very sensible. Now it is Simon Ekpa is the problem. These people are loyal to the government, both in the exile and in the home. Called it 5 eastern states, and they say, let us continue to divide them. And now they tell you, oh, you are talking about Biafra. You are just 5 states in the circle. We have come to destroy their evil agenda. Today, you will understand that the plan of the Islamic State has failed. Today, the Biafra people are proudly announcing the 40th state, which is called the United States of Biafra. 40 complete states, cut across board, including in the area where they claim they were never Biafra. I have come to learn from what Biafra did wrong in 1967 to 1970. I have come to learn what Wazirike did wrong from the time he started the Biafra movement, and I have come to learn what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did right and was in the process of doing before the plan and kidnapped him. I continue from there, and today we are where we are. They are not resting. Those IPOB Nigeria are not resting as well. Every given opportunity, they think that there is infight in the Biafra government. They will say, oh, their hope now is that they are fighting. And they are hoping that there is infight in the Biafra government. That is to tell you that, like we said, they are cursed. They are cursed. And they can never rise again. Biafra government in exile is a government that nobody born of a woman marching on this planet, using your foot to walk on the ground, will ever destroy. Biafra has been restored in 2023. We have a government, we have a structure of the government of Biafra, we have every department that made Biafra government a legitimate government. The people of Biafra are loyal to the government, both in the exile and in the homeland. We have governors, state administrators in all the 40 states of Biafra. We have the deputy governors, which is called administrators. We have the secretary of state of each state in Biafra land. We have the chairmen and managers of county and the district. If you do not understand that with this structure we have now, one day you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra.
it means that you are an idiot.
I told you that by the time I finish with Nigeria, you will sleep in Nigeria one day and wake up in Biafra. The next phase is to set up the police of Biafra. The reason why we have not set up the police is because it is going to be state police. Every state will have their police. Every state will be independent. It is going to be local police, and there is no interference from the central government of Biafra. The military is a joint military. It's one military that will protect the territorial integrity of Biafra. When one state is attacked, it means that you have attacked all of us. So my people, for those who are asking when are you going to declare Biafra, we have already declared Biafra. We are only waiting for us to conclude the last phase of the Biafra government, and one day you will sleep and wake up in Biafra. Like I said, then we must capture every cranny of the Biafra territory.
The very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this morning program. I appreciate every one of you that has been able to join this morning, and I thank you for your patience. Thank you for constantly joining me on this battle to win the race. Finally, we are back on our channel. After almost 2 months, I have been able to recover the channel. So I thank Chukwu Okike for making it possible for us to get the channel back from the hackers. So whatever they have done, we will try as much as possible to clean up some of the blockage that they have placed and everything. And it will take some time. So wherever you are welcome. Help to share the program to other people and inform them that we are back. So no matter the enemy, what they are doing, no matter the attack, we must continue to preach this gospel. So today we are just celebrating our coming back to the platform. I'm not going to waste much of your time. We're going to just have a brief program and we will go back, hopefully to come back in the evening time. So wherever you are watching this program from, like and share. It is very important. After a long time, we have now recovered our channel, and we have resumed program on our normal channel. So like the program, share and invite others, ask them to join. Remember, in this platform, as I have always said, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to promote hate. Our channel is not to attack persons or individuals. All we do here is to continue to preach the message of truth, to continue to encourage Biafrans to remain steadfast and consistent in their pursuit for self-determination. We will continue to come here to say it the way it is. It doesn't matter what the outcome might be, who is listening or who is not listening. We will continue to do what we have to do anytime, any day, any hour that we have the opportunity. So I welcome every one of you and I appreciate you all for being part of the program. And today we are going to discuss on a topic which says the final push inside the hidden war against Biafra and the power of unbreakable unity. That is what we are discussing today. The final push inside the hidden war against Biafra and the power of unbreakable unity. That is what we are going to discuss. And we will try as much as always to do justice to the topic. We are at the final push. Maybe you don't understand. You better do understand now. The battle is at the very, very last stage. Even if you cannot be able to see or understand, all you need to do is to watch what is happening today. The rate of attack on the Biafra leaders, how the enemies have increased their attack, that alone will tell you that we are in the last days. And as I said before, personally, I don't think it is going to be tougher than it is today. The battle for the restoration of Biafra will not be tougher than it is today. That is what I think. It might be, but I tell you, if you survive this time of the struggle, there's no other time you cannot survive. We had this time, this kind of period when my sister was around. But for the time being, for that time, we were in charge of the media. And because we were controlling the media, we were able to overcome the challenges. We had similar time. During the time of my sister, there was a time that all the enemies of Biafra united together and had a common goal. Every enemy of Biafra, they came together and had a common goal. And what was that common goal? Their common goal was to destroy the image of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba, to dehumanize him, to take him out by all means necessary. And at that time, all the enemies of Biafra, the saboteurs, the IPOB in Nigeria, they were speaking in one voice. Wherever you find them, they found a form of common ground. They were all speaking in one voice. Today, we have found we are in that kind of situation again. We have arrived in that kind of situation again. That today, all the enemies of Biafra have found a common ground, speaking in one voice. And what are they saying? That the Biafrans are the ones killing themselves. They want to exonerate Nigerian terrorist government by all means necessary. They are using Biafrans themselves to exonerate Nigerian terrorist government. And so many of us have lost focus. We help them to promote their evil agenda. We help them to speak in the same tone that they speak. Whether knowingly or unknowingly. But I bet you, one thing is sure, at the end, victory will be ours. So wherever you are as a Biafran, don't pay attention to what you hear. Do not be discouraged. I know there are so many discouraging things that are happening. I want to tell you there are a lot of discouraging issues. There are so many things that is discouraging that is happening right, left, and center. But you must encourage yourself. We must encourage ourselves. Do not allow the enemies to intimidate you. Do not allow them to frustrate you. Continue to remain resilient and prayerful. Work as hard as you can. Continue to defend what you believe and never give up. And I bet you at the end of the day, you will look back and you'll be happy that you did what you are supposed to do when you are supposed to do it. The battle we are fighting today is not a joke. It's not a simple one. Many Biafrans are losing their life in Biafra land today as we speak. And while the loss of life is going on, so many people are not paying attention anymore. People are interested in insult and abuse, propaganda and blackmail, and they don't pay attention to what is happening. We don't have anybody speaking on our behalf today. Both internationally and locally, nobody. Only Chukwu Okike Abiyama, by himself, in several occasions, put word into people to speak on our behalf. Just like we saw McArnold, who took it upon himself to continue to mention the case of Biafra. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to do what he had to do, because it is his project. Let him continue to use those that made themselves available to set us free. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching from, I appreciate every single one of you that have been able to connect to this program today. And we are going to do justice to the topic that we chose and speak as much as we can, as always. So wherever you are watching from, I urge you to pay attention, like and share until we get to the end of the message of the day. My people, wherever you are watching from around the world, I greet you. Today, I want us to reflect deeply on something that goes beyond emotion, beyond noise, and beyond division. Today, I want us to reflect deeply on something that goes beyond emotion, beyond noise, and beyond division. We are talking about need to preserve any struggle for self-determination through resilience, focus, and consistency. We must be resilient. We must be focused. We must remain consistent, no matter how challenging it is. This is not just a political conversation that we are having every day. This is about identity. This is about discipline. This is about future. So whenever you are listening to us, remove your mind from your political thoughts. Remove your mind from all your political beliefs. And let's put your mind on the identity of the Biafran people, discipline, and our future. If you do that, you'll be doing yourself good. Every movement in history, anywhere in the world, has faced moments of uncertainty like we are facing today. So it doesn't start. There is nothing that is happening to us today that is new. It has happened to people that came before us. But they were able to survive because they never gave up. They were consistent. They were resilient. They were focused. Moments where confusion enters. Moments where voices begin to clash. Moments where directions, distractions becomes louder than purpose. That is the moment that we are in. That's the moment we are in. You hear different voices. People speaking of something they cannot interpret. Some people reading verbatim what they do not know. And because you yourself that have a shallow mind that knows nothing, it will think that they are doing something, but nothing is being done. It is a very terrible time that we are in. The confusion is so much that so many people have walked away from the struggle. Many people no longer want to associate themselves with this cause, and many have gone silent because of the confusion. And the heartbreaking thing is that nobody is ready to fix that confusion. Those who are supposed to fix it are not doing anything. And in those moments, one question always decides the outcome. Will the people remain focused, or will they lose direction? That is the question we're asking. We, the Biafran people, are we going to remain focused, or are we losing direction? Are we going to remain focused, or will we lose direction? It is a question that every one of us has. And when you answer it, you pursue it and follow it. Remain focused. That is the right thing to do. Let's be honest with ourselves. No movements survive on passion alone. That you are so passionate about the issue of Biafra, you are so emotional. It is good, but I tell you, no movement survives on passion alone. Passion can start a movement, but only discipline sustains it. You didn't hear me. Passion can start a movement, but only discipline sustains it. When people begin to lose focus, when emotion take over strategy, when individuals begin to pull in different directions, what happens? The movement weakens. Like what we are seeing today. Different informations, misinformations coming from all angles. There are a lot of misinformation destroying what we have built together through our words, through our actions. It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking, but we must continue. Ask yourself, is your action weakening the movement? Because when people begin to lose focus, when emotion take over strategy, when individuals begin to pull in different directions, what happens is that the movement weakens. Not always from outside pressure, but often from internal confusion. The internal confusion in this agitation is troubling. It is troubling. Look at what the other group, each group is doing on their own. Just look back and check on what each group is doing. Every group is busy trying to destroy the image of their leader. They are so serious and working to destroy the image of the leader, remove them and put themselves. You see what the DOS is doing today. The DOS brazenly trying to remove Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from all angles, even through blackmail and propaganda. And it's not working for them. Those that claim to be under Mazen Simon Ekpa have already removed him. They removed him and put themselves as the leader. Even when they know they cannot be able to handle the position, they are fighting their leader. They are blackmailing their leader. Some of them have got to the state of making amendment of information about our Prime Minister on Wikipedia. Some group have gone to Wikipedia to amend the information on our Prime Minister. And they are writing boldly that the Prime Minister of Biafra have been removed, which is a lie. A Prime Minister that was voted in by more than 60 million people. You wake up one night to go to Wikipedia and write that he has been removed. This is how desperate people who claim to be fighting for freedom are. This is exactly the same thing the other group we are doing for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, the DOS were removing his name from everywhere. From Radio Biafra, from all registration of IPOB. What saved Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was Mazen Simon Ekpa. He was blowing the whistle. The same thing they did, and that is what some group are doing today. They have gone to remove the name of Mazen Simon Ekpa in Break, that he is dethroned. And they put themselves as the Prime Minister of Britain. People without any portfolio. People without any pedigree. and you think you can just come and wake up and impose yourself on the Biafran people. Well, we shall see how it will all end. But at the end of the day, you will pay for every evil you have done against our leaders. I don't care who you are. Whoever you are, whoever is sponsoring you, you are going to pay a heavy price for what is happening today. For you to have that audacity to go to Wikipedia and change information about our Prime Minister, denigrate him, blackmail him, and even was referring to our Prime Minister as a terrorist in Wikipedia. That was done by a Biafra. People that claim to be in the struggle, not by a stranger. That is how bad it is. One of the biggest challenges any movement faces is distraction. Distraction can come in many forms. The kind of distraction that we are facing today in this Biafran cause is disturbing. And this distraction can come in so many ways. It can come in rumors, it can come in misinformation, it can come in emotional reaction, it can come in unverified claims. And all these things are present today in our struggle. Unverified rumors. You will see people carrying rumors here and there. Somebody will just wake up, come online and tell you that Biafra has been recognized by a certain country or a certain group, and you ask him evidence. There is no evidence. And the ignorant ones who do not make investigation will carry it and run with it. Rumors will not help us. Propaganda and lies will not help us. Misinformation. So many Biafrans are misinformed today. And that is why every time I am shouting on my platform, including the information that I pass to you, go and verify, vet it. Don't just take a word because you hear somebody calling Biafra. The reality of this struggle is before us. It is. You don't need somebody to show you what is real and what is fake. You don't need some, except you are not in the struggle. If you are just coming in, yeah, you ask question, ask the proper question, seek for the proper information, you will get it. It is not difficult to know the truth. But so many of us have been misinformed. And because we are careless and too lazy to make research, we fall victim of those misinformations. Always know the reality. When you know the reality, you will know that we have a job to do. You will know that we still have a huge responsibility, a battle ahead of us. And you will wake up and find that battle the way it should be. But without a proper information, you cannot be able to find this battle. You cannot. Even if you pretend. It's just for some time. And the truth will be revealed. That is why I continue to encourage people that we should look away from distraction. If you are part of those who is spreading rumors that will distract us, rumors that will make Biafrans feel that the war is over when the war is still there. You make Biafrans feel that they don't have responsibility when there are so many responsibilities out there. You make Biafrans feel that they are free when we are still in captivity. You make Biafrans believe that our land is secured when our land is not yet secured, still under the Zoological Republic, under occupation. Our land is completely under occupation. In fact, they are now more in charge than they were before. But you decide to misinform Biafrans to look credible or to look as if you have an information. It is sad. It's sad, but you are not doing anybody good. You are only distracting the struggle. Emotional reaction. So many of us are very emotional. Even when somebody is preaching a message, never call your name, never mention you and your group. But yet, when you come to the program, you get so emotional. You translate every information to be you because you're not pure. And when you have such mindset whereby every message seems to be talking to you, you better go and have a change of heart. You have to go and work on yourself. As an abani, the thief will run away. If you enter inside markets, you just stand in the market and shout, hola. Before you know it, a criminal that you're not even chasing will run away. That is what we see today. When they come to our program, they listen. When we pass the message, they will say we are talking to them, even when you didn't call their name. They already arrogate the information to themselves. And am I worried? I'm not troubled. I'm not bothered. My only joy is that when I see such kind of people and their comments, I know that the message is penetrating. I know that the message is hitting them. Am I going to stop? Not anytime soon. They have tried in all ways possible to make us stop. But while they try, we find means to be stronger. Unverified claims. There are so many unverified claims in this struggle today. People come from all angles to claim what they are not. Deceive you with images and pictures that doesn't exist. Unverified claims. And the funniest thing that those of us that carry the message and run, you don't even verify. I have said it. Try to vet everybody. Even me that is speaking. Whatever you hear in my platform, go and verify. Go and verify. You can fact check me. This is not the time to just copy an information and run with it, because there are so many lies out there, so many unverified claims, misinformation and rumors that doesn't add up. Some created with the new AI. That is how bad. Some people just send to me an AI video and tell me, look at what this person said. Look at what that person said. An AI video. They can't even differentiate. And before you know it, they're wrong with it. And some of you even have to share this information, even when it is unverified. It's not helping us. It is distracting us. When people react without thinking, when people follow narratives without questioning, when people allow fear or anger to guide them, the movement begins to lose structure. That is what we are seeing today. The movement gradually is losing structure because people are not thinking anymore. People are not questioning when they need to question. People are just angry for nothing. Anger everywhere. That is why you see them from morning till night. They are either attacking their brother or their sister every single day. And once structure is lost, consistency disappears. That is the damage we have seen that is being caused from the inside. Let me say this clearly. A divided movement cannot achieve a united goal. I say this almost in every of my program. It's left for you to decide what you want for yourself. Resilience is not noise. Resilience is not reacting to everything. Resilience is not staying grounded. Even when there is pressure to react. It is the ability to say, I will not be distracted. That matters. Even when there is pressure to react, when you see things, it will be pushing you to speak, talk, react. Control yourself. Say to yourself, I will not be distracted. I will not be manipulated. I will stay focused on the bigger picture. We have faced so many distractions. I personally have seen so many distractions, and I continue to see every day, tempting me to deviate or to be distracted, but I don't get distracted. I'm just passing my message. Because the truth is, history does not reward those who panic. History remembers those who stay consistent. That is why we say consistency is the key. Focus is everything. If a movement loses focus, it starts chasing shadows. So many of us today are chasing shadows, even though they think they are pursuing the cause of Biafra. There are so many groups, so many people that are chasing shadows, believing what is not obtainable, falsehood. It is sad. Very, very sad. Today, one narrative, tomorrow, another, next tomorrow, confusion. But when there is focus, there is direction. And when there is direction, there is progress. So the question we must ask ourselves is, are we focused on the goal? Or are we reacting to every situation that comes our way? That is the question that we must answer. Are we focused on the goal? Or are we reacting to every situation that comes our way? This is a $1 million question that you have to answer. Consistency is what separates serious movement from temporary noise. So many people have changed the struggle to temporary noise because of their inconsistency. Because of inconsistency, many have changed this struggle to temporary noise. Consistency is what separates serious movement from temporary noise. Consistency means showing up every day, no matter how difficult it is. I am doing my part. I show up every day. At least once a day, I will always be online to speak. It doesn't matter whether somebody is listening or not. At least once in a day, I must come online to speak to my people. Showing up every day. Staying aligned with the purpose. That I also do. The purpose for which we come out, the purpose for which we gather is Biafra. Self-determination. Nothing else. I'm not here for Igbo presidency. I'm not here for Igbo Development Union. I'm not here for any Igbo organization. I'm here for Biafra. And what we are asking for is the restoration of Biafra. Full restoration of Biafra. And I will continue to make that request for as long as I live. Showing up every day. Staying aligned with the purpose. Not changing direction because of pressure. So many of us today, because of pressure, have changed direction. So many have walked away from the struggle. They joined P2B. Some are no longer speaking at all. Some have hung their boot because of pressure. I don't blame them. But you must be consistent. You must have a very strong shock observer if you are in this struggle. Because the pressure in this struggle is not a joke. More especially those of us that are putting our face on the line of media. The pressure is not a joke. If you cannot handle the pressure, you will not stand. You should applaud anybody that puts his face on the line. The pressure is not child's play. It means building step by step without losing sight of the goal. Continue to build step by step without losing sight of the main goal, which is freedom. Because no meaningful change happens overnight. What we are seeking for, it will take time. We must persevere. We must be consistent. We must be ready. This is where responsibility comes in. Every single person watching this has a role to play. Every one of you that is watching, and the people that are going to watch later, you have a role to play. Not through anger, not through division, but through awareness and discipline. You have a role to play. We must learn to think critically. Critical thinking is very, very important. I have spoken about it several times. Maybe one day I'm going to make a program only on critical thinking. Critical thinking is necessary at this point in time. Verify informations. Don't just hear something and you run with it because your brother said it, because your group said it, because your uncle said it, because the person that is paying your data said it. No. When you hear information, verify. Verify information. Very important. Before you begin to carry information and run around. Before you begin to blackmail the innocent and say things that are not obtainable, simply because you have. And when the punishment will come, even though that person you say you hear from is going to deny you. That is why you need to think critically, verify information before ever you carry information. Respect differing views. Respect differing views. There is never a time where we have the same opinion. It's impossible. If you're looking for a world when everybody will have the same opinion, there's no such thing as that. That world does not exist. That world doesn't exist. That is why you must respect differing views. You must. It is a must. You must respect differing views. Stay committed to peaceful engagement. Whenever there is an open door for peaceful engagement, don't shut the door against it. Embrace it while you can. Because a strong movement is not built on chaos. It is built on structure. We don't need chaos like what we are seeing today. Every Tom, Dick, Harry online talking rubbish, destroying what we have fought so hard to build. Let us understand something very important. Challenges will always come. Difficult moments will always arise, like we have today. We are in a very difficult moment, and challenges are following. But the defining factor is not the challenge itself. It is how the people respond. How do we respond? Very important. Will we lose focus? Or will we stay together? Stay grounded? Are we supposed to lose focus or stay grounded? It's a question that every one of us needs to answer. Will we be divided or will we remain united in purpose? Unity of purpose. Resilience is the foundation. Focus is the direction. Consistency is the path. If these three are protected, no struggle loses its meaning. If we can protect these three, foundation, direction, and path, consistency, path. If we can hold this tight, foundation, focus, consistency, if these three are protected, the struggle will never fail. So wherever you are, if you believe in resilience, if you believe in focus, if you believe in consistency, put your comments down and tell us what your faith is. We stand strong in all directions, in all angles. And as you join, like and share the program to all platforms. There are so many things that are happening, but we will never give up. So as I said, we have finally recovered our channel that was hacked, and we are trying as much as possible to rebuild it again. Because you know they have tampered with so many things, and we have so much blockade. So the only way we can be able to revive the channel again is you, as you join us, you like, you share, like and share. Very important. But going forward, we will continue to pass our message here. No matter how they try to stop us, they will never stop us. The battle ahead of us is a battle that must be won. You know, when we tell them that the only way forward, like the one that called himself P2B, when we say that P2B will not be the president of Nigeria, that he's a distraction and a deceiver. He's deceiving himself. In fact, creating more problems. The evidence is showing today. Finally, he has left ADC now to another party. I don't know what name they call the party. He has jumped into a new party. And that is what you will continue to see. Jumping from one party to the other. And that is what he will continue to do until it is all over. Why wouldn't you spend your energy where it matters? Why? Why are people? The federal government of Nigeria is bent on destroying everything that has to do with the Biafran actualization. And you are helping them indirectly. They have equally taken some stations, conventional stations in Nigeria. They are using it today for Biafra, to attack Biafra actualization, to attack Mazen Nandeka. Before I came online, I saw a headline on VOP. I saw a headline that the VOP were using on the program. In that headline, in the program they were doing, I didn't watch the program, I just saw the headline. They wrote the headline, they say, Mazen Nandekano cannot negotiate Biafra from detention. This is a topic that people are discussing in a conventional media in Nigeria. Wrote a topic that Mazen Nandekano cannot negotiate Biafra from detention. What does that mean? What is their interest? What is their interest? Why are they discussing the duties of Mazen Nandekano on where he stays and where he does not stay? And this VOP, I have said it, that this is a platform that Nigerian government is using lately to attack the Biafran struggle. That's a platform that Nigerian government is using to attack the Biafran movement. It is that place that the one that calls herself Nneka will go and begin to solicit for support for ESN. And I have asked her several times, Show us this your ESN you're talking about. Where are they? Because we know that there is nothing like ESN anywhere. There is no ESN existing anywhere. The only thing we know that is available is the Liberation Army of Biafra. The Liberation Army of Biafra is the only thing we know that we can confirm. But this your ESN, that every time Nneka will come and be talking about ESN, calling Biafrans, calling Igbo people to support ESN on a national TV. On a national TV. Supporting and promoting a proscribed group in Nigeria, and nobody is talking to her. And you are still looking for a red flag. You are still looking for those who are working for the government. Finally, today, they have taken up their responsibility to be the spokesperson of the Janjaweed. The DOS is now the IPOB wing political pressure group of Nigerian politicians. And this revelation was made by our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Only that then, they were not still able, they were still ashamed of themselves. Because they don't know what to say or what to do until Master Simon was taken away. Now they start doing it openly. They don't hide them again. They are no longer hiding their evil, their atrocities, their plans. They are now in the open, doing what they would have done long time ago. Nigerian political pressure group. If you go their interview, in their platforms, they do not recognize Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as their leader. I saw one of them who was interviewed. He refused to acknowledge Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as a leader. They don't acknowledge Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as a leader anymore. Some of them begin to say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not create IPOB. Bunch of idiots. And these people were created while Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje prison. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu created DOS from Kuje. And the more powerful announced it. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu created DOS while he was in Kuje. Every one of you should know this. So when they begin to tell you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot dissolve them from there, he cannot. It's just laughable because you were formed from prison. You were formed from detention. So if you are dissolved from detention, it is right to do. The same thing he saw that made him to bring you in. You have overstayed your use. You have become useless because you have compromised. And he has decided to choose people who are qualified for the position. And you can't handle it. You are crying from pillar to pole. You are shouting. You are attacking him, calling him different kinds of names. And you think that that will save you. It will never, ever save you. Never. Attacking Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not save you. Instead, it will make your case more difficult. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he earned the respect he has. He didn't command it from anybody. He didn't force anybody that you must obey me, you must follow me, you must listen. No. Every single respect that people have for him, he earned it. He earned the respect. And that is why we continue to appreciate him and acknowledge him every single day. And there is nothing anybody can do about that. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, it cannot change the love we have for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The more you try to blackmail him, the more we love him. Likewise, Mazen Simon Ekpa. Those criminals who have gone today to rewrite Wikipedia and write something else in Wikipedia to blackmail Mazen Simon Ekpa. It is sad. It is sad that these people are people who still claim they are fighting for Biafra. Doing the same thing the DOS is doing. That is what they are doing. They went and wrote nonsense. They went and updated Wikipedia. They went and wrote updates on Wikipedia. that Mazi Simon Ekpa is no longer the leader, the prime minister of Biafra, Republic of Benin. A man who was voted in from one and up with, who people, almost 60 million people voted in. You wake up one morning and you went and updated Wikipedia that you are now the prime minister. It is shameful. It is shameful. Very, very shameful. Why you are there fighting Mazi Simon Ekpa, the other group is there fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The government have just given you the assignment. Remove their name from the struggle because they know that these are the people that are relevant. There is no other reason they are fighting these two names because only that these are the two names that are relevant, that are speaking loud, that have been recognized internationally. These two names is ringing a bell internationally. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. And because of the bell the two names is ringing, they can't handle it. That is why today they are attacking the names, blackmailing them. But Chukwu Okike Abiyama is ahead of them. And we must continue. It is our responsibility to continue to make sure that our leaders are properly represented at all times. We must make sure that our leader is probably. We thank Chukwu Okike for as long as we have our platform back. We are here. I'm here. Thank Chukwu Okike for getting back the platform. It wasn't an easy battle, my brothers and sisters. It wasn't an easy battle. It's a month plus, waiting, writing, suffering. So many things have to be done until we were able to recover the channel yesterday. So I thank Chukwu Okike. As I said before, as long as there is a place that will come to speak, I will. We have been broadcasting on our backup channel. So we have to come back here. And also, in the evening, we will still go back to our backup channel. We will continue to use two of them, the two channels, to build them up together so that those who cannot connect from one can connect from the other. Those who are not subscribed, but you are supposed to subscribe on both. Subscribe on the backup channel and on this one. So whichever one you find easy for you, you go there. I'm still working on my what do they call it? The TikTok. I have not been able to recover the TikTok yet. TikTok, you still have a pass key on the TikTok. I'm still trying to break the pass key that they put on the TikTok. My TikTok, I can't be able to access it. They hacked my TikTok. I can't access the TikTok. So it's battle right and center. Even my Twitter was banned. They banned me on Twitter. And by the grace of God, I find my way out. So all this attack is coming. And the most funniest thing that and painful is that most of this attack is not coming from outsiders. It's not even coming from Nigerian government. Most of this attack that we are facing on media is coming from fellow Biafrans. The same people we are fighting for, the same people that we are looking for the same thing, freedom. Some of them we are celebrating when my platform was taken out. They were celebrating that, oh, now they will see where he will talk. His platform has been taken down. Some of them we are celebrating. And you think that when a voice that speaks in Biafra takes, there is an advantage. It's not an advantage, it's a disadvantage. When a voice is silenced that speaks for Biafra, it is a disadvantage, not an advantage. Because every one of us have our own assignments to do. You have your own responsibility. I have my own responsibility. You don't expect me to do what you do. There are people that prefer to listen from you. And they listen to you from your own side, and they make good use of what they want to, what they heard. There are people that prefer to listen to me, and when they listen from me, they get information that they need. And by the time you knock one person out from the media and all that, you see, so many people are going to go down with it. That is what is happening today, that you see many people have lost interest. Many people have lost interest. Sometimes you begin to ask yourself, does he really want it? This this fighting, this trouble, this enmity, this crisis, this saga, does it really worth it? Don't you sit down and ask yourself, does it really worth it? The only thing that connects us is this agitation, freedom. That is the only thing. Nothing else. Nothing connects me and you. Nothing again, apart from this freedom. We might not even see ourselves until this world ends. Many of us have few years to live on the planet Earth. We can't live here forever. We might not see ourselves until this world ends. But yet, you find it difficult to look for a common ground to agree with your brother or your sister. Or even if when you disagree, and disagree sensibly, just put forward your argument without rancor. Must you fight? Must you attack somebody? Must you bring somebody down for you to go up? Must you disgrace somebody for you to be relevant? No. If you are doing the right thing, people will find you. The Biafrans will see you. So, my fellow Biafrans, we must not be like the zoo that we are running away from. God forbid, we must not be like them. The Zoological Republic is a place that is not habitable for human. So let us go and try today. Maybe today we'll just go into their media and see what they have. We are going to check on Sahara Reporters and see what they have on their media. Before then, let's just take
follow for God now. Them say Tinubu don't follow for God now. Tinubu don't follow for God now. He want to take it, that's the top of our head. Senate house fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists, injustice, Omotosha forget law for inside God. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for God now. Him and EFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for God now. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machambo. He go matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows a big way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for God now. They make it Nigerians see one die for suffer.
Welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that have been able to hang on with us till this moment. I appreciate every single one of you that have participated on this program. And let us go and look at some update from their media and see what is going on in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. And this one says, Nigeria stormed Justice Ministry in Abuja over persecution of blogger Justice Crack. Nigeria is always persecution of the just. Persecution. They don't want people to speak. Always persecuting the innocent. That is the other thing. Showore demands unconditional release of Justice Crack. Call detention criminal kidnapping by Army DSS. That is it. Showore is always there. That Showore is the only activist I have seen in Nigeria that is everywhere. Speaking of, it doesn't matter who is concerned. It doesn't matter who is concerned. Look at the innocent guy that they kidnapped. This is how they kidnap Biafra. In our own case, that even when they kidnap our Biafran people, nobody will talk. Nobody will say anything. Nobody will utter a statement. Other people are even lucky that they talk about it. Just like the other guy who was shot and the whole country was running around that somebody was shot. This is something that happens to us, the Biafran people, every day. This is what they do to us every single day. They take the life of Biafran people. And not everybody go about their business as if nothing happened. But when they begin to talk about it, you will look at it as if it's something that is new. Just like that guy that they shot point blank for no reason. This is how Biafrans are murdered every single day. It has become a normal thing. When it happened to a Biafran person, they will not take it as serious. Nobody talks about it. It's only when it happens to other tribes, then you begin to see that if it's something that just started. That execution, state execution has already been happening in Biafra. Even as we speak, it's still ongoing. But nobody cares. This is why we want to get Showore demands unconditional release of whistleblower Justice Crack, called detention criminal, kidnapping by DSS. You see? The whistleblower, just because he blew the whistle, that is why. Let's see the detail of why he was detained, whether we can get the detail of why he was detained. Showore revealed that despite initial denial from the military, you see, they denied, though. The military denied, though, they didn't see the guy, though. Showore revealed, despite the initial denial from the military, investigations by his team traced the activist abduction to the Nigerian army. They will abduct somebody for no just cause because you blow a whistle of what is happening. They kidnap you and they hide it. They deny it. Look at it. Human rights activist and former presidential candidate Omoyole Showore has demanded the immediate and unconditional release of whistleblower Justice Mark Chidiebere. I know. He's an Igbo man now. Why wouldn't they kidnap him? Whistleblower Justice Mark Chidiebere, popularly known as Justice Crack, describing his detention as a criminal kidnapping orchestrated by the Nigerian Army and the Department of DSS. Speaking at the Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday morning, Showore detailed the series of events leading to Chidiebere's current detention, alleging that the activist was severely tortured while in military custody before being transferred to DSS. Can you imagine? That's an Igbo man, Chidiebere. What do you expect? Speaking to the journalist, Showore revealed that despite initial denial from military investigation by his team traced to activist abduction in Nigerian Army, he noted that the victim vehicle was tracked to a military facility where he was badly maltreated and tortured before being transferred to the DSS. According to him, the DSS only allowed the activist access to his lawyer after learning of planned protest. This is how they kidnap and disappear people. There are many people that have disappeared like this. Unless when you have people to speak for you, your own case will just be alone. Look at this guy. If not that the Showore and Co and his own group we are protesting, Chidiebere would have gone forever. There are many people who have disappeared like this. We find out that it was the Nigerian army, despite their denial and effort to deflect from the criminal act. After establishing this and receiving no response from them, we trace his car to their compound and discovered that he had been badly maltreated and tortured, he stated. Eventually, they collaborated with the associates in the DSS and transferred him there about 2 nights ago. Upon releasing that there would be a protest, the DSS presented him to his lawyer yesterday as proof of life. You see, if not that pressure, they would have pied the guy. They would just pie the guy. You can't hear anything about him. They will pie the guy. The army kidnapped him, tortured him, and when they see the pressure, they handed him over to DSS, JJL, pretending that nothing is wrong. This is the Zoological Republic and how they operate. We also heard that they plan to bring him to court this morning. However, the question remains to try him for what exactly? We have therefore demanded his unconditional release. There will be a protest this morning at the defense headquarters, after which it will be moved to the DSS as they are conspirator in the criminal kidnapping of whistleblower. Just because somebody blew whistle of their evil, of the evil they are doing, that is why they kidnap the innocent boy. And he's an Igbo man. That's why I say you can't be an Igbo person and be an activist in Nigeria. That is why when you see Lolon Neka jumping up and down, calling for raising funds for ESN, going to their national TV to promote their IPOB Nigeria, you already know that the Nigerian government is sponsoring her. It is not difficult to know. And these are one of the ways you know them. Mad people everywhere. This one said, South Africa announces major fuel price hike effective May 6 amid US-Iran tension. I never tire. Breaking. Ex-Skybank chairman Tunde Ayeni remanded in Kuje prison as EFCC filed 17-count fraud charges. Lagos man accuses police of selling his recovered stolen SUV after extorting 400,000 from him. You see, Nigerian police. They recovered the man's vehicle and they sold it. They recovered the man's vehicle and they sold it. This is bad. What a shame. What a shame. This is the kind of country that most of you want to be part of. This is the country you want to be part of. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. Makinde backed PDP faction named 13 members caretaker committee, appoint Turaki chairman. Go and sit down with your political nonsense. Who cares about your political? Police arrest student nurse who exposed Enugu hospital condition after indefinite suspension. Imagine. Because somebody exposed irregularity, you arrest her. Simply because somebody exposed irregularity, you go ahead and arrest her. That is the Zoological Republic. It's a shame. A very big shame. Alleged 4.5 billion fraud court admits statement of Emefiele, co-defendant Omoyele, despite duress claim. Nonsense. Serve the zoo and come back in shame. University of Cross River student protests accuse government hospital of negligence after 3 student drivers died. That is Nigeria. Chaos. Nothing is working. Supreme Court upheld conviction of 3 NASU officials in 68 million fraud case. Fraudulent country. Is either you are hearing about killing, insecurity, or fraud. Fresh tension as the UAE accuses Iran of targeting national oil carrier tanker on Strait of Hormuz. NDC party elects chairman secretary orders in Enugu Congress amid attack by thugs. Mad people. Mad people. Mad people. They continue to deceive themselves, not us. Let them continue to deceive themselves, not us. Bunch of idiots. Court fixes judgment in DSS 5 billion controversial suit against Serap after alleged secret raid on office. An illegal country. US one citizen in UK following threat of terrorist attack on airports, malls, and others. UK will face it. Martin Nandi can have told them, if you don't remove your hand from Biafra issue, United Kingdom will be decimated. That was the language he used. And today, are they not decimated? They are decimated, and more is coming because they have refused to remove their hand from the atrocities that are happening in Biafra land. And the more they continue to remain there, the more they will be decimated. Nigerian Nurses Forum raises alarm over alleged intimidation. Right suppression at FMAC Abokuta. That's Nigeria for you. Showore confront AG Act. Fagbemi over detention of Justice Crack. Demands urgent action as immediate minister drags feet. That is it. Mad people. An innocent boy. A whistleblower, a blow whistle is a problem. Look at this one. Senator Baribe, originally from Abga, announces exit from ADC, join Labour Party. That's how they jump from pillar to pole. When you tell them Nigeria is not working for everybody and we never work for anybody. It's not working for anybody and we never work. They don't believe. Look at how they are jumping from one pillar to other like a shower. Jumping from one party to the other. Political prostitute. What they are doing, the Igbo politicians, more especially political politicians. Look at P2B. P2B moved from ABGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour, from Labour to ADC, from ADC now to, I don't know the other one he joined recently. Political prostitute, that is what they are, all of them are. Mad people everywhere. Don't go and fight for your freedom. Return home now, ex-minister Ezekwesili lambasts Tinubu over 3 nations junket as Nigeria are killed in South Africa. You just continue to lambast. Every one of you, you leave what matters. Every one of you have left the actual thing you need to talk about. The disintegration of Nigeria. On time will come when there will be no place to hide for you people. A time will come when there will be no place to hide. All of them, when they run to speak about Biafra, time will come. You will speak whether you like it or not. UAE intercept Iranian missile drones as regional tension escalates. EFCC arraigned fake BDC operator over alleged 78.2 million fraud forgery in Onitsha. And so, 62 Nigerians unlawfully detained in Uganda. CDHR demands Tinubu's urgent action. Condemns xenophobic attack in South Africa. That's it. To be a Nigerian is a crime. This is why we want to get out of the zoo. Being a Nigerian is a crime. It is a very big crime. Because every single day, they will continue to create problem. Every single day. Any country you go to and you present your passport as a Nigerian, from that place you become a suspect. If somebody is respecting you before, immediately they realize you are from the Zoological Republic, the disgraced country, they will cease to respect you. That is what people are facing abroad, in case you don't know. In case you don't know. When Mazi Nandekano interpreted the meaning of Nigeria, gloomy, bad omen, you think it's a joke. When Mazi Nandekano interpreted the meaning of Nigeria to be bad omen, you don't understand. You think it's a joke. Don't worry. Until it happens to you, you will understand. Urgent need to prioritize mental health in Nigeria. Police reform effort by Lola Oguntade. Mad people. Don't be criminal. Boko Haram when they recruit. They talk about mental care. People that are already crazy already. NDC leader Senator Dixon claimed party dates back to 2017. Asks Nigeria to avoid distraction. Mad people. Trump says U.S. destroyed 7 Iranian boats in Strait of Hormuz. Urges South Korea to join mission. Kwara Governor Abdrazak accused of buying dual APC senatorial form as party crisis debate. Mad people. Criminals everywhere. Anti-graft agency EFCC has arraigned lawyer over alleged 91 million fraud in Enugu. Mad people. After squandering billions of naira, NNPC signed more with Chinese firm to restart Warri Port Harcourt refinery. UAE suspend physical classes in school amid Iranian drone missile strike. Move students online. Ogun Police Command detained tenant. Set to arraign them over landlord dispute despite no evidence of assault. That is, once you know somebody now, they go buy your story. In Nigeria, the highest bidder wins the case. Panic at White House as shot fired trigger lockdown moment before Trump's speech. They will never kill him. They are trying in vain. Chukwu Okukabiyama did not kill him, so he must finish his tenure and finish his assignment. All this their effort to remove Trump is a wasted effort. Lagos government shut down multiple hotels building over deadly elevator violation. Alleged corruption, how EFCC probed former bank chairman Tunde Ayeni in 6 cases over 2 decades. Nigerian Nurses Forum condemned unlawful arrest, intimidation of Easy, college student in Enugu. ADC Lambasipito will be over ignorance of party policies, says he's only interested in presidential tickets. I never see anything. I don't know how this man thinks only him will fit change in Nigeria. I can't just understand how B2B think that only him. This guy is just a player. Just a player playing with himself and those who are following him and believing him. Doctor begin indefinite strike at Delta University Hospital, Delsuit, after assault on colleagues. Government strike along Ibadan Ijebu-Ode Road, abduct 2 ABEDC staffs member. That's all. We can't finish the message of Nigeria without horror. Horror at wedding celebration as gunmen kill bride's dad. Guest in Lagos, imagine. Gunmen enter. They took the life of the bride's dad. Wow. The zoo. Court nullified ADC Congress in articles and number 1 statement. Nonsense. Go and sit down with your rubbish. Court orders interim forfeiture of luxury vehicle recovered from cyber fraudsters. Crisis rock Edo APC. All these political people, go and sit down. President Akpabio's peace message to Igbo youth is political, blackmail, threat, not dialogue. Who be this one? Let me go and read what this idiot. Where did they put this guy? Akpabio. See Akpabio criminal. Who won't listen to what Akpabio they talk? Who won't listen to Akpabio? Which good message will come from a fraudster? A fraudster. Let's read more and hear what they have to say. Who won't listen to fraudster? Senate President Akpabio's peace message to Igbo youths is political, blackmail, threat, not dialogue. IPOP. So let's hear what he said. We hear what that idiot Akpabio said. In a release on Tuesday by its spokesperson, Emma, the group described Akpabio's recent remark on Enugu as state propaganda, political blackmail, and a failed attempt to coerce Ndigo into submission. They will always fail. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has launched a blistering attack on Senate President Godwill Akpabio, accusing him of issuing veiled threats against Igbo youth under the guise of promoting peace. In a release on Tuesday by its spokesperson, Emma Powerful, the group described Akpabio's recent remark in Enugu as state's propaganda, political blackmail, and failed attempts to coerce Ndigo into submission. They are trying, they are even using their IPOB in Nigeria, so it's not strange. Akpabio had earlier warned Igbo youths to abandon any form of armed struggle, stating that state power will always overwhelm you, while also suggesting the possibility of creating an additional state in the southeast as part of broader inclusion effort. Mad people, this is just a threat. You are threatening us. You are really lucky. Not with this Akpabio. This is what we'll get because my sister Manepa is no longer there. This Akpabio that was crying in the Senate. Akpabio that was crying in the Senate. That your state, whatever, will overwhelm us. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, idiots. I don't blame you. We are not interested in your additional state. All we are asking for is self-determination through a referendum. And that is the only solution to whatever nonsense you are doing. We don't care. Put IPOB, but IPOB dismissed the comment as anything but conciliatory. This was not a peace message. It was a threat. Absolutely a threat. What I read here is a threat. It's a threat, not a peace message. It was not a dialogue. It was political blackmail wrapped in funeral rhetorics. Correct. Imapa read it right. Look at it. Look at what he said. Look at what he said. Look at what he said. Akpabio had earlier warned Igbo youth to abandon any form of armed struggle, stating that state power will always overwhelm you. Imagine, this is a threat. This is a very big threat. Not a reconciliation war. It's a very big threat. It's not a reconciliation. It's not any peaceful war. There's nothing peaceful about what he said. There's nothing peaceful about this statement. So what Imapa wrote here is right. This was not peace message. It was a threat. It was not dialogue. It was political blackmail wrapped in funeral. Exactly. Wrapped in funeral rhetorics. The statement reads. Absolutely right. Absolutely correct. The group insisted that it is not engaged in any armed struggle, stressing that its agitation is rooted solely in demand for a referendum on self-determination. IPOB, led by detained separatist figure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, maintained that a referendum remains the most democratic expression of political will, rejecting attempts to frame its activity as violent or militant. Exactly. IPOB further accused Nigerian government of deliberately misrepresenting its demand in order to justify repression. Of course, that is what they have done over and over again. That is what they have done over and over again. One Akpabio, an idiot, a clown. Akpabio, my food. Police torture 16-year-old girl instead of fleeing brother as officer threatened to jail her. God, imagine. Police torture 16 years underage girl, old girl, instead of fleeing brother as officers threatened to jail her. Just imagine. They didn't see the brother, they tortured the girl. Imagine. 16 years underage person. Oh God. American man admits shooting dead two brothers in Miami apartment during domestic dispute. Gunned down two brothers. It'll be small thing though. Media group condemn attack on the cable journalists, warns of deepening threat to press freedom in Nigeria. And today, you know that one. You people have, there's no press freedom in Nigeria, long time. Press freedom have died a natural death, very long time. Suspected terrorists shot dead NYSC member, 3 others on Funtua Road in Katsina. Yeah, that is Nigerian news. If you don't see that one, terrorist attack, IBC never start. Hospital denying treatment to 16-year-old girl allegedly tortured by police in Kwara. Crisis rock Ebonyi APC, mad people. No military solution to Strait of Hormuz. Crisis, Iran says, dismiss U.S. Project Freedom as deadlock. I never see anything. Person will say him man will go sleep, him too no go sleep. So everybody is going to feel the heat, but more especially Iran themselves, because you don't want the world to have peace. You will neither have your peace. You won't. You will not. Showore condemn assault on the cable journalists by Nigeria Army personnel. Demand sanction. Just imagine. He's an Igbo man. What do you expect? They don't care. Once it has to do with somebody from the southeast, they will do it and they will go free and no consequence on that. No consequence. So, my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been with us on this program. I thank you, Biama. We have finally gotten our channel back, and we will continue to broadcast here. Share the program, invite others, tell them that we are back. Tell them that we are back. No matter how they try to stop us, we will not allow them to stop us. I appreciate every one of you that have been with me all this trial period. It's been a very challenging period, and all of you have been there with me. I can see my brother Uche Onyemde. I can see my brother Kochux. I see my beloved brother Gerard Dike, always there 247. I see Sunday Okafor. Thank you so much, my brother Sunday Okafor. And every other person that is out there, please continue to share and like. Let others know that we are back for good. No matter how they try to stop us, we can't be stopped. No matter how they try, they cannot stop us. We will continue to preach our message. We will continue to say it the way it is. No matter who all is God, we will continue. This is something that we have taken ourselves. Nobody forced us to preach. Nobody is paying us. Nobody is giving us any stipend or whatever. We are doing it because it is something that concerns us. It's about our life. So I appreciate every one of you that have been with me on this trial time. Continue to do your own part. Chukwu Okike Abiama will definitely answer your prayers. Chukwu Okike Abiama will be with you. Chukwu Okike Abiama will answer our prayer, and at the end of the day, we will all celebrate together our freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every single one of you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, shall prosper. Thank you so much for watching. By the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, I will try to come back in the evening. Then we can be able to have some few words again. Stay blessed, and may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide you. Goodbye, everybody.
The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu Okike Abiama pụrụ ihe niile, Chineke na-ede ndị nsọ na-efe na isi ala niile anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile. Onye anyị na-aja mma wee ka anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị onye kere ihe niile kere eke ma ọ onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị ndị nsọ na-akpụkpọ ha na isi ala mmiri ọbụladị ndị ndị na-atụ ọla edo n'ụtụtụ a ehihie abalị n'ụwa niile wee na-arịọ gị mma anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube gị ngozi etinye ọgbara n'etiti ndị iro ka ha rapụ ndị ka ha rụpụta anyị onye bụ nna Chineke na ndị nsọ ka aka nsị ndị ga-etu ọwa ebe ahụ ise obodo kwesịrị isi uwe laa ya n'ihi anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma oge ebide biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee dị ọsọ ọsọ na nke na ụmụ ga adakwa na nri anyị wee na-arịọ gị iwe na ndị ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye iwe etinye ụmụ ya ezi mmụọ weziga anyị aka ajọ ihe na ndụ anyị gọzie aha nsọ isi ala bulie aha nsọ n'elu ise ise ise.
But you know what? They don't like you doing it. That's how much is the cost of it.
No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.